The late heavy bombardment is likely to be the poem that appears first in the Xenotext, and I'm just going to read to you the first few excerpts from it. The late heavy bombardment. Welcome, wraith and reader, to the Hadean aeon of the earth, when myrmidons hurled their cobalt bombs into your molten world of basalt and bronze, when mighty golems swan dove from orbit to drive their glaives of iron into your black mesas, only to be engulfed by the blast waves. When meteors fell earthward in droves, each one a gigaton warhead ablaze. When supervolcanoes erupted flamivomus after each hammer blow from these endless blitzes of aerolites and fire bombs. When bolides of brimstone collided, then exploded into ablative cascades. When tsunamis of lava rained down like napalm, bedrowning the subcontinents. When millions of Molotov cocktails shattered all at once upon the cobblestones of hell. When Trojans, berserk with rage, stormed over the brink of your abyss, vowing to claw your face from the skull of the moon. What dire seed must these onslaughts have scattered like shrapnel across your cremated badlands? What prion, what virus, what breed of spore must have emerged like a spear point or a sword blade from these early ovens of Auschwitz, each cyanide bonfire burning in reverse, spitting forth a fitful embryo cloned from the smoke and the dross? What orchid must have bloomed among the flamethrowers in the furnace? What dragon must have hatched from the burnt teeth buried in these ashes? Must the universe be so pitiless as to immolate all its offspring at birth? Even now, the astronauts have marshaled their forces to march resolute across the kill zone of your God-forsaken crematorium. Even now they forge ahead onward through windfall and wildfire, unaware that far away a doomsayer murmurs prayers against them from a fiendish grimoire. What great comet has yet to plummet from the heavens like a rocket engine dousing its jets during splashdown in your oceans of nitroglycerin? What thunderclap has yet to herald the advent of this plowshare which can bulldoze a mountain into rubble upon impact? What matchheads, when scraped against your atmosphere, can ignite its oxygen, turning the sky into a blazing typhoon? Only a demigod like 99942 Apophis can offer you this apocalypse by being the juggernaut that smashes through the massive bulwark of your bedrock. Only destroyers like 2101 Tantalus or 4179 Tutatis can erase all earthlings with the ease of suicide bombers at a marketplace. Can an oyster in its shell survive the inferno of free fall from outer space? Can a crocus thrive in soil made from pulverized meteorites? All hail, hail, bop, and every other super bomb yet to detonate. What great dying must the earth foresee in the barren mirror of the moon? What fate, what fury, what muse must gaze upon the grim face of grief reflected in your silver shield, a faceplate of bulletproof glass marred by bullet wounds? What cinders of flame disintegrate in your gray seas of nectar, of vapor, of crisis? What shell shock must reach you when you stumble aghast upon the charred remains of a forest at Tunguska, its evergreens toppled and blasted, all of them flung asunder like matchsticks? What forgotten holocaust at Vredefort must you yearn to recreate whenever you vaporize an atoll? Even now, your battalions of astronauts stride across green plains of trinitite to storm the walls of Castle Bravo and Castle Romeo. Even now, Neil Armstrong returns like Orpheus to the airlock, his spacesuit reeking of gunpowder and burnt steel. What American falconer must aviate your spy plane by the stray light of meteor storms, the flak from the draconids or the scorpions raining down like glitter dust upon the desert during a nocturnal firefight? What scythe blades must the Vikings forge from the wreckage of an asteroid recovered from Cape York? What archangel must the martyrs placate when they kiss the black stone of the Kaaba at Mecca during the Hajj? What sunburst must erupt like Krakatoa over the Arctic Circle when the firepower of your payload exceeds by tenfold all the dynamite exploded during World War II? Even now, the President of the United States sits alone at night, dreading the grim hour when he must open the memo from his aide, only to read upon the page the single phrase, "Pinnacle Nuke Flash," the news flash that chronicles the omnicide